This is an unboxing video of the Powerbeats Pro wireless earbuds. If you're like me and earpods or AirPods never quite fit in your ear or they would fall out, but you still wanted something convenient that was, you didn't have to turn on, you can just take it out of the case, put it in your ear, take it out of your ear, put it back in the case, then these are really for you. If you have been using wireless earbuds at all, you probably had something that had a form factor similar to these, where you have the ear hook that would fit over the back of your ear, similar to something like the Powerbeats. So these are pretty good, but I have some complaints and there are some missing features that I'll mention when I talk about these new ones. So if you notice, there is a Beats logo with, that's actually a button. So when you press this once, it's the play pause button. If you press it twice, you can skip. So all the familiar shortcuts, actually all of these buttons are also installed on the other ear. So you have the play pause button as well as the volume on and off rocker. What's different between these and the AirPods? This one actually, it does not have wireless charging capability. You're still going to be charging these via lightning cable. So the really interesting thing is it comes with black lightning cable, and actually comes with some other stuff. So this is like the standard fare for Apple products. So if you've been wanting a black lightning cable, this is your chance. But otherwise, the main difference, apart from the physical buttons, is going to be battery life, noise isolation, and the fit is going to be really important. And these are adjustable, similar to the Powerbeats that I was showing you before. So the main complaint that I had with those Powerbeats 3 is that when you wear them, this very grippy material actually either gets in the way, or if you tighten it around your neck, when you turn your neck, it actually grips your neck. And so what ultimately happens for me is that if my right earbud is looser, it gets basically yanked out of place. That's the main complaint that I have with these. The other thing is that, of course, it takes 2 seconds to press the on-off button to turn it on and off. You can see that here. And charging it is a little bit awkward, although it's really not a problem. You need a micro USB. So if you're in the Apple ecosystem, it's a cable that you may not usually have to carry. I wanted to make one other comparison with the Powerbeats Pro and the AirPods. So this is actually pretty much to scale, this picture on the exterior of the box. So it's pretty big. It's still manageable. Like you can see it fits in the palm of my hand. If you can put your phone in your pocket, you're definitely not going to have a problem fitting this in your pocket. But the difference, let's compare these with the AirPods. If you're considering getting the AirPods, and for some reason they actually fit your ears, so you have a good comparison. The price is different. These are retailing for $250, whereas the AirPods go for $160. So these cost a little bit more. But what are you getting? You're getting a better, a more secure fit if you're doing running or dancing or whatever, or sports. You will be getting 9 hours of life built into the earbud itself, instead of the 4 to 5 hour battery life you get from the AirPods. Now, that is only the case if you're only listening to music or listening to podcasts or watching videos. If you're using the microphone, which I think is maybe this hole and this hole, then that usually cuts the battery life in half. So if you're quoted a 4-hour battery life, you're probably only getting a 2-hour battery life. And in my case, my first generation AirPods, which I've been using for a couple of years, they really only get 1 hour of duplex battery life. In other words, when you're both listening and speaking through the microphone. The Powerbeats Pro are rated at 9 hours of battery life, and you'll even see this on the back of the box or on the side of the box. But you will get the same 24 hours with the charging case, the same advertised total battery life as the AirPods, because looking at the iFixit teardown, you actually will find that the big battery inside the case is identical, almost identical, if not smaller or slightly larger than the battery found in the in the AirPods case. So I wonder if there's anything else more worth mentioning. So the way you put these back is it's slightly confusing, sort of like how it's confusing how you would put, which earbud you should put on which side. In this case, you'll get used to it, but I admit that I'm still not used to it. They are magnets, but if you notice that there's these two contacts, you just kind of like make sure that they fit, and then there are these two contoured bumps on the top of the case, which make it a little bit extra secure. So this light turns red when it's charging, and I'm not exactly sure what the white light means. Probably means the Beats headphones themselves are charged to 100%. One important feature that I wanted to go over is that the Powerbeats Pro include the H1 chip, which is the next generation wireless chip that is different from the W1 chip that was found in the Powerbeats and then the original EarPods. So to summarize, it's going to be longer battery life, faster switching between devices, and the Hey Siri functionality. So that has been an unboxing of the Powerbeats Pro. Thanks for watching. One last thing I wanted to mention before I end the video is that, I feel like I'm offering honest advice, but I am an Apple shareholder. So if you buy any of these products that I talked about today, in some way I am benefiting financially. So I hope you take everything I say with that small grain of salt.